Now, one of the biggest decisions food entrepreneurs make when starting their journey to get their recipes onto grocery store shelves is whether or not to manufacture their food product themselves or to use a professional food manufacturer, also called a contract manufacturer or co-packer.
The truth is, if you currently make your signature dish or beverage yourself at home or even in a commercial kitchen, if you want to sell your dishes in retail stores, it's literally impossible to produce the volume necessary to stock the shelves of numerous supermarket locations.
I mean, you'll have to have your food products manufactured in either a DIY facility that you created or at a co-packing facility.
Retailers will accept products produced in either way, providing that the manufacturing facilities meet certain guidelines and requirements. There are pros and cons to each one, and we'll break them down for you.
So, first, let's talk about the DIY method or choosing to manufacture your food product yourself. Now, in order to choose this method, you'll have to build or utilize a manufacturing facility that meets or exceeds government guidelines. And you'll have to follow CGMPs, which are current good manufacturing practices, and have certain certifications from entities such as the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, and the Department of Agriculture.
Specific certifications necessary can include the SQF, the Safety Quality Food Institute, and GFSI, which is Global Food Safety Initiative. Many of these certifications can be time consuming and extremely costly to obtain. In addition to acquiring the physical building structure, you'll have to purchase or lease the machinery necessary to produce your product.
And you'll have to recruit and hire staff of like different skill levels to operate the machines and run the program. And also, your facility must be available for regular third party audits.
The main benefit of the DIY method or mass manufacturing your food product yourself is that eventually the cost per unit produced can become significantly lower than paying to use a co-packer.
And another benefit is that you'll have the ability to oversee the manufacturing process in your own facility. And that gives you a greater ability to monitor like the quality of production, and you'll be able to like adjust rapidly to any issues that may arise.
The main benefit of using a food contract manufacturer or a co-packer is the convenience and lack of startup costs. Co-packers already have the required federal, state, and local certifications and that intricate machinery in place. And they also have the staff to operate the machinery and run the plant. This is going to spare you from having to invest in those assets.
And when you use a co-packer, all you really need to get started is your recipe.
That's right.
And you'll sign a mutual non-disclosure agreement in the beginning with the co-packer, preventing them from divulging your recipe to anyone.
Their job from that point on is to just recreate your recipe to your specifications.
And several co-packers source large amounts of like cartons and boxes and bottles, offering you the opportunity to choose from an assortment of containers for your dish or drink at a reasonable cost because they purchase them in bulk.
Now, the drawbacks of using a co-packer is the cost per unit manufactured will most likely be considerably higher in comparison to if you owned and operated a facility of your own.
It just costs more for a co-packer to produce your product than if you did it yourself.
Another drawback of using a co-packer is your lead time. Now, most high-volume co-packers are producing products for several different companies, okay? And they have to schedule their manufacturing time accordingly. It may take 6 to 10 weeks from the time you receive a purchase order from a retailer for your product to be produced by a co-packer.
However, most new startup food companies use co-packers in order to get their product to market as quickly and economically as possible. Now, as your food product takes off and your volume of orders increases, it is possible to renegotiate your deal with the co-packer and request a volume discount, which will lower the price per unit cost.
Exactly. So, as mentioned in the beginning, retailers will accept your product for their grocery store shelves, whether you do it yourself at your own facility or from a co-packer.
As long as the facility where it's being produced has all the credentials and is certified safe for food handling and production.
If you'd like to learn more details about the process of getting your food products into retail stores, I want you to click to the right and play the next video in this series. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to press that bell so you can be notified when we post new videos. You can also sign up to attend one of our upcoming live free webinar masterclasses.